All right. So we are here and we got ourselves racing already. I was a little late to the start of the stream. I apologize. Yeah, I was busy getting some stuff together and then lost track of time. But we are here. We are currently working lap 2. Chase Elliott out in front of the field here. Nick Sanchez to second. All right, let's see. Double checking, making sure my audio is recording. We're good. All right. Everything looks good. Chase Elliott out in front of the field. We got Ryan Sieg, Nick Sanchez, Brandon Jones, so Wallace the top 5 here. We will have the leaderboard up as soon as I can get NASCAR.com to show it to me. Come on. There it is. All right, so we'll have the leaderboard up here momentarily. Connor Zilich in the 88 will be getting ready to go as well here. Boom. Checking, get our bonus points, and alright, well, we didn't get our bonus points there, but I'll get them on the phone here. And yeah, there we go. Again, we got ourselves the opening laps here, and we got Sheldon Creed making some 3 wide moves here up through the middle. So there we go. Alright, let's head to NASCAR. Oh, we got a caution. Okay, well, we get a chance to get caught up on stuff because, again, I was a little late. Didn't realize how short the pre-race, because pre-race stuff is usually so long. I assumed it was going to be long again like it was. So, there we go. Let's slide the chair out of the way. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Again, I apologize for being a little late to this. We're currently working lap number 3. And there we go. We got our bonus points there for checking the NASCAR leaderboard. Alright, so what happened to Daniel Dye? Looks like the 07 was sliding in there. Tags the wall. He's got significant damage. Where's the 10 and all this? Okay, here we go. Here's the wide angle shot. Okay, so the 10 spun on the bottom of Sam Mayer. Got around, got into the dirt right in front of him, and then the 07 incident must have been earlier on. Alright, so there we go. Just sliding a little bit more center on. Alright, so there we go. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, there we go. I'm hoping I can figure out a way to name the 2 cameras something different. That way I can hopefully have them different, but there we go. Alright, so we got everything all set up. Alright, yeah, we are just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Let's chat a spot where I can see it. And we've got 3 people already hanging out in chat already. Nice and early on here. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just still a little bit scattered as we're trying to get caught up here. Alright, so there we go. Alright, we got everything all set up. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time again. If you guys do enjoy these videos in the last year, feel free to let me know by hitting the like button. There we go. So, yeah, I ended up deciding not to go to Wisconsin today. I know I talked about possibly doing that on last night's stream out at the dirt track, but I still am fairly exhausted from one, having been out there, and from the time I walked in my door when I got home to when I walked into the door at work this morning was a total of 6 hours. And that can't all be sleeping because at some point I had to walk in, put my stuff away, and climb into bed. Not much. I showered first because of all the dirt, so yeah, it was a very short night, and yeah, I'm still exhausted. So if I start dozing off during this, that's gonna probably be why. But I'm gonna try and do this stream as best I can. And, oh, yep, here we go. They're talking about say next week's the first round of the in-season tournament on TNT, along with the in-season challenge thing. So, gonna say that starts this weekend, next weekend there. Hey, Kenneth, how's it going? Doing good today as well, and let's go racing. That we are. I'm gonna go ahead and skip around to ads. In fact, let's go ahead and throw a quick 10-minute pause on ads. Yeah, that way we can get about 15 minutes in before you guys are starting to be showed ads outside of the one for joining the stream. There we go. Daniel Dye currently in 32nd place, but say it is going to be a rough day. And it's always a rough day when you start off in a tough spot like that. So there we go. Again, we're chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out here. NBA Game 7 tomorrow night for us all. Let's see. What time is the Game 7? Because we've got NASCAR, what time does Pocono start tomorrow afternoon? Alright, so Cup Series Pocono starts at 2 o'clock, so let's just assume a 4-hour window, so it gets done around 6. NBA. So I would have a 2-hour window between the end of the Cup race, assuming a 4-hour window exactly. And we all know how NASCAR races do tend to run long. I don't know if I'm going to stream that one. That would be a tight window to try and fit it into. Not to mention, I don't have a basketball leaderboard. Yep. So I'd have to make a basketball leaderboard tonight, which I made a baseball one the other day, which that took like a day and a half to do, and then didn't end up using it because we didn't get the TV mounted when I thought we were going to. So there we go. Hey, Red Zone, how's it going? So there we go. Lights are off on the pace car. We're ready to go back racing. So here we go. Still getting dirt out from behind my ears. Even though I washed pretty well, but I say that and just kind of the stickiness to the hair from all the just dirt that ended up coating it. So been a day, but here we go. 7 laps into a 100-lap race here at Pocono for the NASCAR Xfinity Series cars. I will say I like the fact that it's not a super long race here for the Pocono 400. Go. How was yesterday? Yesterday was a ton of fun. You got to see quite a few good races. We got a bunch of highlight videos that will be coming out over the next couple of days. I actually uploaded the first one earlier today, as I know you saw because you commented on it. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out though. But yeah, I love the local racing. Anytime I can go to a local track, it's always a blast. Alright, here we go. Pace car is off. Field in the hands of Chase Elliott. Green, green, green. Green flag's out. We are racing here at Pocono. And say Ryan Sieg to the inside. He's going to go all the way down to the bottom. And say that allows Brandon Jones to his outside. No, we got a caution flag already. The 19 Joe Gibbs Racing Machine smoking down the back straightaway. Who's in the 19 today? Who was in the 19 today? Oh, it was Justin Bonsignor. I have absolutely no idea if that's how to pronounce it. There we go. Well, my second feature race. Nice. Well, good job. But yeah, man, I'm just still tired. So we're here though. So again, Chase Elliott, he's led the entire thing so far. Alright, so there we go. And yeah, that's just a motor implosion there for the Toyota. Nothing else really could have caused that. Maybe a missed shift on the shift up, but again, that feels like a thing of the past year. Alright, so there we go. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Alright, so we're 9 laps in here, so it's 25 laps, and then the final 50 laps to the checkers. Just kind of trying to keep up with everything here as we're getting this one going. Alright, so we're just chilling out. So during this caution flag, actually, because I didn't get a chance to actually use the bathroom before we started, I'm gonna go run up and I'll go do that, and I'll be back in like 2-3 minutes. Don't worry, we'll be back hopefully before they get the restart going. Still wrapping up this caution period. We are back. Sorry about the delay, guys. There we go. Alright, so yeah, we're back. We are ready for this one. Alright, there we go. Oh, there we go. Alright, we got 8 people hanging out in chat. Thank you for everybody that's decided to spend a portion of your very valuable Sunday afternoon, or sorry, Saturday afternoon here with you. Definitely out of it. There we go. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out. I'm kind of surprised they aren't. I thought I was going to be maybe running late, but no, they are still at commercial break. Say, definitely taking their time to go ahead and just wait this one out here. Alright, so there we go. But yeah, let's just chill out. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Come on, let's get this one back going so that we can actually highlight the win here. Highlight the stage end here. Because, say, if we run too many more caution laps, stage is going to end before we know it. Alright, so there we go. We're just building this one up, getting ready for this one. Oh, racing at Unity soon. Nice. Alright, well, hey, I'll be looking forward to that. Alright, so there we go. We're just getting ready for this one. Let's see. We're racing an 18 car at Unity soon. Alright, nice. Looking forward to seeing that. Yeah, I'll be there all season long pretty much, so. Alright, so 13 laps completed here, and we are still under the caution flag. We've run 8 caution laps and 5 green flag laps total here. That is insane. Alright, so here we go. Pace car's off. Field in the hands of the 17 of Chase Elliott. Green, green, green. Green flag's out. Let's see if we can get to turn 1 before there's an issue. So here we go. This time Sanchez on the inside. He's going to hang his spot. And oh, here we go. Sieg down to the bottom trying to jump out of line, but the driver behind him also tries to jump out of line. The two of them end up 3 wide, and they're going to lose a couple spots each as the outside line where they worked a lot better together there on that outside. Allowed the top line to roll just a little bit smoother through turn one. Heading down towards the tunnel turn of turn two here. And I say all three Xfinity cars still 3 wide, which 3 wide through the tunnel turn is sketchy, especially by the time you get around a corner exit. I mean, even 2 wide can be not the most, not the best case scenario there, but again, they managed to make it work so far down through turn 3. That's the weird thing about Pocono is that like the turns are so far spread out and like the laps are so long, it really does feel like a totally different beast compared to some of these other ovals where you've got all 4 corners, but you really only have basically 2 corners as everybody's just flying through them. So again, right now 10 laps to go here in this one. We got Sanchez looking to the bottom on. Oh no, Ryan Seaguy. Sorry, I thought it was the 48 of. No, that's the 88 of Sanchez versus the 39 of Sieg. Sieg gonna lose a spot there. All right, here we go, and yeah, here we go. The 39 of Sieg to the bottom of the track, and he's gonna clear the 88 for the 4th position. Now back on the inside, it's the 88. And the fact that these two are going to continue to fight here, and we're going to have to wait and see on this one if this ends up being a good thing or a bad thing. But the more they drag this out, the more gap that Elliott, Sanchez, and Jones are all going to build up, which is already a pretty big advantage. Alright, so there we go. Once again, though, Chase Elliott, though, just looking like he's in command of this thing. Sanchez is doing okay at hanging with him at only half a second back, but then Jones has fallen to nearly a full second behind Sanchez. Alright, so here we go. We're just chilling out. But yeah, again, hopefully everybody's having a good time. We got 10 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody's popping on in here. Again, this they've gotten down to single file here, and they're basically just keeping this one status quo for now, but and so I'm definitely curious to see what some of these junior motorsports cars decide to do when they eventually try to split up here. Because right now you got a junior motorsports car in 4th. Then the next one is in 13th. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a really rough one. Let's see. Right now we're just chilling out here. Yeah, currently Allgaier trying to find some room to make some passes here. He's looking to the inside on Taylor Gray for 11th. If he can take this spot away from Taylor Gray, that would be big, but Taylor Gray has a push from but yeah, Taylor Gray getting a nice push there from Sam Mayer to hold on to the spot ahead of the Chevy in number 7. And I will say, this definitely feels like these next couple of weeks are, and pretty much honestly the rest of the season, is kind of a Chevy and Ford, Chevy versus Ford and Toyota, because, you know, with the fact that Chevy is the one and only team not involved in the lawsuit against, but yeah, we're chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. At the stage break, we'll grab a water or something, and hopefully, that'll help us with. Yeah, it's just. That, and we've also had a lot of caution laps, although we're starting to balance out now to where we've actually run more laps of green than we have of caution, but that's not saying a lot. So, unlike the Steelers, we aren't trying to be just above 500. Alright, so here we go. 5 laps to go. Again, we're just working our way through this one. Alright, so again, right now, Elliott's just building up a massive lead here. He's gotten himself out to a now 2.5, building towards 3-second lead. He's led every lap of the race here for Chase Elliott. Would not be shocked if he dominates the entirety of the race. Alright, so yeah, it is going to be nearly a 3-second lead for Elliott here over Sanchez. Sanchez putting on an absolute performance to even just stay this close. Although Jones is actually catching up to Sanchez, but I think we all know that that 48 car is not as good as the other two, as the Joe Gibbs car that's passing him, or the Henry Motorsports car that's driving away from him. All right, and here we go. Here comes a batch of cars trying to jump to pit road before the pit road closes at the end of this next lap here. Because with 2 laps to go, the pit lane would close. So this is the last chance for a lot of these guys to pit. There you go. Man, but yeah, again, we're just chilling out here. I wish this, yeah, I wish we were a little bit more prepared for this, but we'll be very well. We'll be well rested tomorrow. Here comes Elliott down pit road. Brandon Jones takes the lead, and Brandon Jones will try and close the pits, and that means Brandon Jones is going to win this stage probably, unless Nick Sanchez can find a burst of speed and try to race back by him. Come on. Chase Elliott gets his 4 tires of fuel, and he is going to be away with this one, hoping to at least stay on the lead lap. But yeah, again, we're chilling out here. 2 laps to go. I don't know how fast. One lap to go, and Brandon Jones out in front of the field now. He's going to go ahead and rack up these 2 laps as he's going to try and lead this one to the stage end. Alright, so there we go. Brandon Jones, uncontested, will be your stage 1 winner. Alright, so there we go. There it is. Stage 1 winner, Brandon Jones, Sanchez, Zilich, Sieg, and the 18 of Christian Eckes here. Alright, here we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Let's see. Yeah, Chase Elliott opted to pit right near the end of the stage to get some fuel and track position for the next stage. Alright, I'm going to run grab some water and we'll be right back here. All right, and here we go. We are back from commercial break, and oh, I'm gonna say it's a drag race, and Nick Sanchez wins the drag race off the corner. Let's go, or not off the corner, but off the pit road. I mean. All right, there we go. Alright, there we go. We got our water. We are ready for this one. So Chase Elliott should be back out to the lead here in a minute. Although it looks like Harrison Burton has actually stayed out to this point. We still are at 1 out of every 3 laps of green flag racing has been a caution. And that includes the fact that we can't actually get additional cautions while we're under caution. And so, there we go. Alright, there we go. We are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Let's see if we can get maybe better resolution if we deactivate, reactivate. There we go. Nope, it's still the same ugly face. But there we go. Got the face for radio, but we'll keep going here. Harrison Burton did stay out to lead a lap. That's interesting. I'm not sure as to why you would want to do that, but yeah, I'm thinking during these because these caution breaks are just so long at Pocono. Because how long is a caution lap? I wonder. That caution lap has got to be. Yeah, caution lap's what, 140 seconds? So. Is that 140 seconds? Yeah, it's got to be 140 seconds. So. What, a caution lap is 2 minutes, 20 seconds per lap? And we just turned in, as I say, we just got it to now it's 12 out of the last 30 have been. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out though. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. so here we go. Lights are off on the pace car. We are getting doubled back up and ready to go back racing. So there we go. Just trying to manage everything. We've got this all set up. So here we go. 6 laps in. We are going to be starting. So 6 laps complete here. We go green, green, green. Green flag's out. Harrison Burton still not coming to pit road yet. So considering the fact that everybody else can make it to the end of the stage without pitting, I'm curious if Harrison might think he can make it, because if so, that's insane. Now, we do get a lot of caution. Maybe he can make it work, but yeah, his last pit stop was at lap 11. So 11 means he can probably go to a... he might! Harrison Burton may actually be able to go the distance here. Now, the question is, can he keep the track position while he does it? I don't know. I think he'll have to give up the first spot. I think he'll have to give up the top spot to someone like an Allgaier or a Chase Elliott. But he could realistically hop into second or third, fuel save for a bit, and probably be good to go here. So, I mean, yeah, it won't lead to a stage win probably, unless he can, unless by some miracle the rest of them run out of fuel and he doesn't, just by having 10 less laps of fuel on board. But I don't know. I think the Burton strategy may actually not be too terrible. So there we go. Looking at some of the other drivers a little further back here. Patrick Emmerling, the 07 was the one that we saw earlier with trouble in the 10 when the 10 of Daniel Dye went for a spin. Daniel Dye not looking like he's having such a bad day here, as he's gone and moved his way all the way up into the top 20. Oh no! We got a flat tire for Austin Hill. Hard to predict when something's gonna happen. I thought they were all gonna just settle into a line here for a bit, but okay, it was more than a flat tire. There was so the 20 of oh yeah, the 20 just caught that apron, came up the track, clipped the 1, spun himself right in front of the 18. The 18 ends up catching a 21, and that's where the 21's damage came from. So yep, again, I looked down for a minute because I was one of the other guys on the podcast was saying something. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we're under caution flag here. This caution will definitely help Harrison Burton make his stretch goal, though, for the fuel. Hey Wayne, how's it going? Again, we're currently under the commercial break, so we're just doing some podcast stuff for the Lat Down podcast that I'm a part of. Actually, that just reminded me. Let me check and see if the I gotta check and make sure the link that I have in there is the updated link because they changed. I don't know if they just changed the name of the platform that we need to be directing people to, or if they actually went and did it. So. Alright, let's see. Give me 1 second, guys. We're just going through the motion here. Oop, nope. Don't need the audio on. Just need to go ahead and check out the description and make sure the bottom link sends you to the right place. No, it does not. Okay, so I gotta send you to the new channel. So give me a second and I will update the link for the Lap Down podcast. Boom. Yep, there it is. The new YouTube link for the Lap Down. We'll get that updated, and then it will be updated in the future streams. Just completely forgot about it, and there we go. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, let's see. Right now we're just chilling out. Hopefully we'll be able to get this thing going here soon. Alright, so they're back from commercial break. Let's lock back in here. Lights are off on the pace car. We're ready to go back racing. Let's go. Alright, so there we go. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. So, did Harrison Burton? No, Harrison Burton did not pit. He just got cycled back a couple of spots. And, oh, we do have a car chasing the pace car to pit road. Okay, so one of the teams decided they needed to make a very late pit stop here. Coming down for it, and here we go. Pop, guys. A bunch of guys already looking to try and pop out of line here on Harrison Burton. Burton's going to get sucked further back. Yeah, he needed this thing to run green earlier when he had the front row track position, because now that he's in the middle of the Hornets nest, and there he goes! Contact! Sheldon Creed with a massive, looks like possibly a tire gone on the 00 there, but whatever it is, yeah, it looks to be a tire as it's only coming out one side of the thing, so it looks like a tire going down on the 00. He's gonna hopefully be able to at least limp it back to the pits, but as of right now, we're just kind of waiting to see if he blows the tire out. Good thing is, it looks like his teammate will get by, so at least he won't have it blow and take out both teammates, but yeah. So let's see exactly what happened here on the replay. And oh yeah, he caught the outside wall, bounced down into Harrison Burton, and the contact with Burton's what cut the tire, got the tire cut. So that is unfortunate there for Ryan Sieg. Not for Ryan Sieg, sorry. Ryan Sieg was on screen there, but no, for Cole Custer. Cole Custer's not in the double anymore. Sorry. Going through a bunch of old rosters. We've got the Sheldon Creed with the unfortunate end result there. But again, right now, Allgaier, Elliott out in front of the field, Zillich. So Junior Motorsports does have two of their cars up in the top three. Then you got Quapple and Sammy Smith both inside the top 10 as well. So, you got four of your five cars up inside the top 10, which isn't bad. And who's the fifth? Is there not a fifth motorsports car full time this year? Maybe there just isn't a fifth one full time. 88.718. There's no 9 this year. That's the big difference this year, is that there's no the 9 car is not full time. The 9 car is an all-star car. And it's not a full-time car, so it legitimately is only there for cup drivers when they want to run. Alright, so here we go. 15 laps complete, only 10 laps left to go in this second stage. Again, these laps are going by pretty quick once we get the green flag going, but the unfortunate thing is that we've still had 16 laps of caution flag running in only 40 laps total. So, I mean, we've gotten above the 50% mark here for the amount of laps under the yellow. And oh, there it goes again. And we're gonna start racking them back up. Thomas and Azetia in the number 70 car goes around, and that is gonna bring out yet another caution flag. All right, start counting up some more caution laps as I start talking about how we're finally starting to beat the odds there. No, that's not Thomas and Azetia. He's been in that car almost all year, but no, it's Leland Hyman Jr. today. So, Leland Hyman Jr. with a little bit of an incident. All right, let's see. Yeah, Anazetia hadn't been doing all that great, so it's not a surprise to maybe see them rotating him around. Also, could have been the plan was to rotate him before the incident. And Leland Honeyman, that wasn't even his fault. The Alpha Prime car of the number 45 there got right on the rear bumper and just sent him around. That is unfortunate. You hate to see a driver getting one of these rare opportunities to move up a tier. Yeah, sometimes with lesser equipment, and then get taken out like that. I mean, again, I don't think there was any intent there necessarily. I think Leland Honeyman Jr. just lifted at a point where Yeah, the other car was not expecting it. I don't even know who the 45 is. That's okay. That's Mason Massey in the 45. But yeah, that is unfortunate there. And there's a shot of Dale Jr. working crew chief as he's acting as crew chief for the 88 this weekend, as their normal crew chief is under suspension for the week following some I think it was a lug nut violation at either Nashville or Charlotte. They spent a week or two trying to argue their case to the appeal board to try and get the penalty overturned, and their normal crew chief stayed on there because sometimes they'll argue to try and get like the points or the money rescinded. And they don't really care about the penalty, so they'll just have their crew chief sit out the week regardless. And if it gets overturned, oh well, he just sat out a week and hopefully it didn't cost you a ton. And if it doesn't get overturned, you can get your crew chief back right away. And here we go. The top two both coming to pit road here. And here comes a few more of them, but it's definitely a split decision here. All right, so there we go. The 17 of Chase and the 7 of Allgaier are both getting their stuff done pretty quick, and there we go. All right, so there we go. All right, they're showing on a replay. Not sure which replay this one is. Oh, this is the Sheldon Creed up into the fence one. All right, not sure what they were showing that one for because they didn't actually show him making the contact. And if they were trying to praise him for making the 3 wide move on the outside, well, you praised him for it, but then it did not work out in the end. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Again, if you guys are enjoying the race, feel free to let me know your guys' favorite parts here. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Again, we'll talk more about the Yeah, we'll talk more about this all-star challenge type thing that TNT Sports is putting together tomorrow and in the subsequent weeks when we are going through the rounds. But yeah. All right, so there we go. All right, so there we go. Yeah, we should be getting ready for a restart here before the end of the stage, but it won't be a lot. Here we go. All right, we've now run 21 caution laps out of 45 so far. Still an enormous amount of the race has been run under this caution flag. So here we go. Again, lights are off on the pace car. We'll be going racing this time by Zilich, Taylor Gray, Sanchez, the front three. There we go. Yep. Green flag is out, and we are racing here at Pocono. So again, the 88 is Zilich able to jump out to this lead, but again, if Sanchez can just hang on to this track position, he's not in a terrible spot. Now the question is, considering they have 5 laps to go, there is still time for some of these guys to maybe sneak onto pit road last minute, and that's why I think the guys who pit under that last caution flag are actually in a really good spot here because they now have the chance to try and earn some of that track position back on pace. But also something to remember is that in addition, their tires are going to be a little bit worse for this restart at the end of this when they start stage 3. So. All right, so here we go again. Everybody trying to say the 7 and the 17 both trying to carve up as many of these lap or not even lap cars, but these slower cars that they can weave their way through before they get to the end of this one. Again, we're coming into 2 laps to go. This is gonna be your last chance for any of these leaders to potentially jump to pit road again. I think at this point your bet is probably made, but If you wanted to try and jump to it, this would be your last shot to do it. Alright, so here we go. So again, 3 laps to go here. Say Chase Elliott looking the inside on the number 20. That is Brandon Jones that he's looking the inside of. Let's see, not able to get there, and right now we got a battle here. Quapple getting into it here with Sammy Smith, the two junior motorsports cars doing a little bit of teammate battling here for the 7th position here. So 2 laps to go. Pit road is closed. Nobody opted to make that last minute jump. Again, I feel like you were probably barking up the wrong tree, but who knows? Sometimes something like that. And in fact, we got 3 junior motorsports cars all in one corner here as the 7 looking to the inside, now looking to the outside of the 1 of Carson Quapple. Again, we got Quapple, we got Quapple, Smith, and Allgaier right all in one cluster. If there was one car to spin, it could potentially take out 3 of the junior motorsports cars, which would be an insanely bad spin for Dale Jr. So here we go again, working the final lap here of the stage. We're gonna finish all 50 laps in this first half here, and then we'll be able to look at the progress bar and see just how far off it is. So here we go. Taylor Gray looking the inside on Nick Sanchez. Going to try and take second place away from him. Nick Sanchez has one more chance to come back, though. He has to return it into turn 3. Into turn 3. On the bottom goes Sanchez. Taylor Gray to the top. Battling it out for second. Zilich has the stage win out ahead. Taylor Gray off the corner is going to be able to make the top work. And he's going to get second place here in stage 2. Sanchez, Jesse Love, and Christian Eckes rounding out your top 5. So there we go. Oh, Devers got his first homer against the Red Sox in Game 2. All right, there we go. Let's see. All right, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. We're currently under the caution flag for the end of stage 2. You know what would be fun? Unfortunately, I don't know if we can do this, but let's all right, give me a second. Pull the TV broadcast up on my phone to keep an eye on the race so that we can be back over there for the green flag. But because of how long these caution periods take, go ahead and let's do some Switch 2 gameplay. That'd be fun. Boom. Oh, I forgot to plug in the capture card because I wasn't actually thinking of doing gameplay. But since again these caution periods are like 5 years long, it feels like. Alright, so there we go. Alright, we definitely need a little more height in that thing. I don't know if I was just sitting lower or whatnot when I was sizing that thing, but there we go. Come on. Go. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just save my progress in this game. And we'll hop on and do some Mario Kart while we're waiting for this final, potentially final round of, caution, well, maybe not final round of caution flag stops. Alright, system update, that shouldn't mess up my, raids. Oh, and we got cap card, come on. There it is, system update, there we go. They are coming back from commercial break. We'll keep you guys updated on what's happening through the phone, but... Oh, come on. What happened? Oh, there we go. Alright. Boom. Again, they still haven't even opened pit road yet for the stage winner. So, again, stage winner Connor Zilic. We are currently under the caution flag for the end of this second stage. But with how long this stock I have move that over here. Solo race. Go ahead and just see what kind of lap time we can set it. I don't know if I assume they're all probably a 3-lap run, but let's see. But yeah, so I figure this will be a good way to help them caution. They were on pit road. They got their pit stop done. I'll upload our ghost data, I have absolutely no confidence that we're anywhere near any kind of leaderboard spot, but and see if we can play against a ghost this time. That way we at least have something to measure against. So there we go. Okay, so we'll oh wait, no, that's not Nintendo guy though. That and swap the input back on over for now, as I believe we are actually getting close to the restart time. Okay, that was my bad. We are back. Hopefully, are we back? Because when I was trying to switch around the stuff, apparently the thing crashed and interrupted the stream, but hopefully we are back. Alright, there we go. We are back. Okay, so a little bit of a hiccup there. We are green flags out. Zilich, Love, Allgaier out in front. Chase Elliott is currently running in the 5th position here. So Dean Thompson up into the top 10 though. There we go. There's a name we don't talk about a ton. Yeah, Dean Thompson's done a pretty good job in the lower ranks of like ARCA and ARCA East to West to try and work his way up here. Gotten an alright opportunity in that 26 car, and he's made some good runs in it. It's just unfortunate that he hasn't been able to break through. Although, granted, nobody in the for that team has really been able to break through with a win yet. It certainly is not all on him, which is the big thing I wanted to point out there. Sheldon Creed is all the way back up into the top 10. Let's go. Almost on the verge of being in. No? Okay, they just jumped him back down to 17th. Okay, so that must have been some sort of glitch thing where they put him up higher than he should have, but again, he's still out on track, though, and turning laps, which is a pretty impressive feat there. Yeah, so when I was messing around with the screen layouts to try and get back to the normal one, the stream crashed, which is unfortunate. But again, right now, Jesse Love trying to hold off Justin Allgaier, one of the young guns trying to hang on to the spot with one of the best, and in fact, the reigning champion on his rear bumper. I mean, Justin Allgaier is one of the best Xfinity Series regulars we have that the NASCAR has to offer. And he's been extremely consistent, doesn't start much drama, doesn't usually even get into many altercations. Usually, because he's not wrecking, he's usually able to finish nice, quiet, consistent. And especially the championship last year felt so nice to see him finally get one. After a number of failed attempts left him without a championship trophy for a while. So, again, we're already 10 laps into this 50-lap final stage. We got 40 laps to go. Starting to get into that window where you could pit and make it to the end, so I'm sure Zilich is happy that he's been able to get this far out ahead while needing to save some fuel. Well, while not needing to save fuel because he's going to need to pit. Yeah. But Yeah, the fact that, say if this thing runs green, it'll be even better for Zilich, I think. Zilich will get his pit stop in early, and then it'll come down to the question of can some of these guys fuel save an extra 10 laps out of it? Because typically at a 2.5 mile oval like Indianapolis or Pocono, usually the fuel window is like 41 to 45 laps, which they are going to have to go nearly 50 here, which is close to good, but it is going to be a tight stretch to try and make it there. So it looks like we're going to a side-by-side commercial break here, the way they're prepping this one. And yep, there it is, side-by-side commercial break. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out though. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so here we go. Again, the 17 of Elliott and the 7 of Allgaier, they got by the first guy, and now they're closing in on Jesse Love here. In fact, Sanchez has dropped quite a bit there. Alright, so there we go, and now the battle for second is on. Jesse Love trying to hang on to this one, but here comes Chase Elliott to the inside. Elliott to the inside. Chase Elliott's going to take this one here while we're still at a side-by-side commercial break. My pick for tomorrow, by the way, because I'm sure some people are going to be asking me, Denny Hamlin. I think Denny Hamlin wants to answer back with another win, and I think this is his best opportunity to do it. One of Hamlin's best tracks. He's won here quite a few times, including, I believe, at least one of the next gen races at the Tricky Triangle. So, and he's on pole, so it makes it even better. But I picked him before the pole position even was locked in. So here we go. Zilich though with a 2-second lead over Elliott. Elliott's gonna do his best to try and reel him in, but right now it is Zilich's game, I think, to lose. All right, let's see. Again, right now we're just working our way through this one. Let's see. And now Allgaier looking to try and make that pass on Love here as well. Taylor Gray is actually falling quite a bit behind the rest of these guys, though. He's dropped further than I thought he would. I mean, obviously, I think that's compounded by the fact that he had two of the fastest guys in front of him before we even started that run, but he wasn't even able to stay close to the two Chevys. So they're back to full screen after the commercial break. Alright, let's see. Trying to fluff out the pillow I'm sitting on here because, again, these chairs are not the most comfortable thing in the world. Alright, so here we go. Again, we're coming up on 30 laps to go. Again, the further we get into this one, Zilich is going to have to pit at some point here. Elliott closing in. Is Elliott going to be able to pass him? Are we going to see the pit stop occur here? Again, we're just kind of waiting for this one. Let's see. We got a group near me called HF. They are streams too. Okay. Alright, but yeah, again, here we go. We got Elliott coming up, and it looks like, it looks like we might be getting ready. Yep, Zilich's crew is up on the wall. Dale Jr. calling him to pit this time. Connor Zilich hits pit road, and we're going to have to wait and see this one. I'm taking Denny Hamlin for tomorrow's race. Alright, so there we go. Yep, and Jesse Love also opted to come to pit road here, so everybody's kind of cycling through their pit stops. Well within the window to make it to the end of the race here. Alright, so here we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. 31 laps to go here. Closing in on the end of this one. They go to yet another commercial break again. I think it's a little bit because of the fact that Amazon's given us. Oh, we got a caution. The 14 cars around. Who dat? That's Garrett Smithley. And we got ourselves a caution flag. Caution flag is out. Alright, so we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, there we go. So again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright. So yeah, we're back under caution flag yet again. What do we think the over under for caution laps is? We've had 7 cautions so far for 26 laps, and we aren't even done with this current caution. So who knows how long this current caution will end up being? But do we think we hit 30? Do we think we hit 40? I think 35 is a pretty good line for caution laps. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and just throw caution laps up here as a overlay. Give me a second. We'll have that. Oh, that is not meant to be that big, but okay, we'll fix that later. Alright, let's go ahead and get display capture. Add the first one because I believe, yep, that is our race window. Oh, they've got cars coming down pit road. Elliott, Allgaier, Gray, all making their final stop here. This is not what Zillage wanted. Zillage wanted to be able to have this occur under the green flag, preferably. Although he will be able to take the lead. He's going to have to fight for it now as opposed to having a lead kind of gifted to him. There we go. Alright, so what do we think? Do we think it hits 35? Do we think it hits 30? I think it hits 30 this caution. So do we think it hits 35? Maybe 40? If we have 40 caution laps in a 100-lap race, again, I think something needs to be. I think some question needs to be asked about the NASCAR Xfinity Series because this, I don't think, is the first time we've talked about the excessive amounts of commercials here. So yeah, here we go again. We're just chilling out though. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so it looks like Sam may or may have stayed out here. We'll have to wait and see where all this cycles around to, but it'll definitely be interesting here as we get to the end of this one. so we're at 28. Again, I think we'll hit 30 probably by the end of this caution period. So it's going to be, do we hit 35? Do we hit 40? Do I hear 40? Do I hear 40, 40, 40? Do I hear 45, 45? Don't think we can hit 50. I don't think it's possible for us to hit 50. And NASCAR, please do not prove me wrong. Because, one, I don't like being wrong. And two, that would be a ridiculous thing to be wrong on here. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, we're just chilling out here under the commercial break. Waiting for the race to resume here. And we're just going to be chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright. Let's see. They still are not doubled up. Are they coming to the choose code at least this time? Oh, we got one car way off to the side who might be a driver coming for a pit stop. Is that going to be who dat and why dat? So there we go. Yeah, we're just chilling out here though, and yep, here we go. They're gonna do the choose cone here, and everybody's choosing here. And it looks like one driver is gonna be sent to the tail of the field. Not sure if that's a pit road violation or something or what. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, we're just chilling out here, though. Hopefully, we'll be able to get back racing here at the end of this lap, because choose cone usually is their version of one to go as well, so we'll get the one to green. Oh, Brandon Jones needed to pit. The caution flag came out, and he was able to divert off of the path there, but he's going to lose out on some of that, and uh-oh. Computer cord came out the wall. There we go. Alright, there we go. We got this one settled out. We are ready. We're doubled up, ready to go back racing. This time we got Zilich, Love, Eckes out in front of the field. Then we got Elliott, Allgaier, and the rest of the guys who just pit here under this last caution. So we hit exactly 30 caution laps as we take the green flags out. We are racing here at Pocono. So here we go. 25 to go. Okay, there's a very slim possibility we hit the over on 50 caution flag laps. Please, just don't prove me wrong. Don't prove me wrong there, NASCAR. That was not a challenge when I said that. And there we go. Elliott from 4th to 1st on the first corner for Elliott. Let's go. Chase Elliott making some big moves here, and Taylor Gray and Eckes getting a little bit of contact there between those two as they come off of turn 2. Eckes has a good push from the 41 behind him, as neither of those two cars had a really good run off the corner. So there we go. Yeah, Brandon Jones right now is just working his way through this one. So again, 24 laps to go. We're working our way through this one. So far, so good. So 7 caution. So that means the average laps under caution. It's actually not terrible for number of laps under caution. That means an average of 4.2 laps under caution per yellow flag. Yeah, it's one of those things where caution flags almost mandatorily take that long because of the pit procedures and stuff. Because ideally you'd have the caution lap when the thing actually happens, two laps of cars coming down pit road, which is always a little bit sketchy, and then another lap to get everybody grouped to back up, and then usually that fifth lap would be the doubling up lap. Sometimes you can get away with four, but it really is a five-person pit crew here. There we go. Alright, so again, Elliott and Allgaier, they've both gotten to the front of the field and have more fuel than Zilich does on board. So this one is going to be probably a cakewalk here for Zilich. I'd be a little shocked if he doesn't get this one done. Alright, there we go. We're 22 laps away from the end of this one. They're working their way through this one fairly efficiently, honestly. Oh no! Oh, I looked down for a second again, and the 71 goes up into the fence. Caution flags out. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Ryan Ellis in the 71 goes up and around here. Yeah, for this one. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. I love your stands vids, and are you going more this way? Well, yeah, I'll be up at Unity pretty much every week. And other than that, when it comes to videos from the stands, it just matters about when I'm actually at the track. So, because I do work full full work week as well, so it's hard to get to the track each and every time that there's racing going on at say Oxford or Wiscasset or again Unity. I should be able to get to each and every week this year, but yeah. So there we go. We're just and right now today I'm just really drained from the stream last night. I had about 6 hours from walking in the door to having to walk into the door at work. So yeah, a little drained, but as I say, we've been having some fun. And then there's been podcast drama that we've been dealing with. So, yep, gotta love drama. Hate it, but we're working through this one. Currently at 31 laps on the caution count here. But yeah, I'll have some more clips though from the live stream the other night. I'll have some more live streams, some clips from that coming out throughout the next couple of days. Come on. But yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Yeah, again, we're just waiting out this commercial break here because we're under a caution flag for the 8th time today. Chase Elliott currently leads this one. Justin Allgaier, Connor Zilic. It's been a pretty good race, honestly. It's just been a bit slow and dragged out by the fact that we've had 8 cautions. Almost all of them all of them except for the 2 stages were all for cause. So it's not like they had the choice. It's not like they really had much choice in the matter, but all right. So here we go again. Justin Allgaier started a little bit further back than I would have expected for him, 8th, but he worked his way up to the top pretty quickly here, and yeah, he's just working his way through this one. All right, here we go. Come on, come on, come on. Let's double it up and get back racing here. So Connor Zilic earning 18 stage points today. That is an insane amount of stage points. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright. We're chilling out here. Would love to hear who you guys' picks are for the race tomorrow, though. I know Keith asked me about mine. I said I'm taking Denny Hamlin to win it tomorrow, but would love to hear some of your guys' picks. So here we go. 33 laps, and yep, now the choose cone's happening, so we will have done 34 laps under caution when we take the green. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, just checking to make sure we're... Alright, let's try... Nope, not trying to move that. Trying to move me. Me. There we go. Now I am out from behind the caution lap counter because I kind of like having the caution lap counter. Usually we end up putting up either the caution counter or something else up in that top corner, but I like having the caution lap counter here. So again, 34 laps is the amount we're going to be at. I said 35 was the line, so if we go green from here, which would be a 17 lap run, which would be insane considering recent runs. And here we go. Oh, and of course the website had to shift ever so slightly. Doop, 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 boop, boop. There we go. Caution laps. So yeah, 34 caution laps completed here. We're working our way through this one. It's going to be insane. Alright, so here we go. Green, green, green. Green flag is out, and we are back to racing here. Chase Elliott, Connor Zilic, Allgaier. The question is, which one of them comes out on top at the end of this tricky triangle race? So here we go. We got the 17 of... Oh, we got a spin and a caution! Flag flies! Caution flies, it's Sanchez. The 48 car spins out the middle of the pack. Somehow manages to avoid major issues, but man, hate to see it for Sanchez. He goes around, and yeah, now he's going to be limping it back to the pits. When we get that far into this one, we're definitely hitting 35. Question is 40. Do they hit 40 laps? Seriously? Stop shifting. All right, let's give it a little bit more wiggle room to where it can shift without causing issue. All right, so there we go. But yeah, let's see the replay because I don't know exactly what happened here. The 48 ends up middle to 3 wide, and Taylor Gray just washes up the track into him, and he ends up kind of just being the sitting duck there, which I mean, nothing he could have done. Nothing he could have done to improve that. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Let's see, again, we're trying to balance this one out. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time, though. So there we go. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Again, full screen commercial break. Not much we can really talk about here. Again, would love to hear some input from you guys. If you guys have a driver you guys are rooting for tomorrow, and we'll be streaming the race tomorrow all the way through, so you won't miss a minute. Alright, here we go. Back from commercial break, doubling up, and we are ready to go racing here. Come on, come on, come on. So Atlanta Friday 7. Atlanta, we're gonna miss the Atlanta. We're gonna miss the Atlanta race. Oh wait, I completely forgot. Cup's on Saturday next week, so that's gonna say. So I'm definitely not going to. I'm not gonna be trying to. I'm not gonna skip a Cup race to go to Wisconsin because I know we were. I had. Red Zone wanted me to go to Wisconsin next week for Fan Appreciation Day. If they were running it on Sunday, I'd make the trip down, but not skipping a Cup race for a local track. That's what I like about the a lot of local tracks being kind of weekdays slash weeknights because Friday Saturday those work really well, but anytime you're trying to go head to head with a Cup race, it's just not going to go well. Here we go. Lights are off on the pace car. We're ready to go back racing. Let's go ahead and skip that round of ads because that is a poor timing for an ad break. YouTube, but here we go. Pace car's off. Field in the hands of Elliott and Allgaier. Again, I think the winner is probably going to be from one of those two. But here we go. Down towards turn one here. The question is, oh, here we go. Jesse Love going to pop out of line, try to look to the inside. And yeah, there we go. That was kind of the thing I was a little worried about was when do one or the other of the 17 or the 7 make a little bit of a mistake and wash up the track, and there it just happened. The 7 washes up, nearly takes himself and the 17 out. They both managed to hang on here, but they have lost significant track position here. The 7 will level off in. This is 17. Elliott falls quite a ways here. And so 17 of Elliott stabilizes in 6th. The 7 stabilizes all the way down in 13th for Allgaier. That is unfortunate. That is a big loss there. And yeah, I mean the 7 car just gets really loose up there. Nearly took out the 17. Knocked him out of the way at least enough to where it's going to be a fight for him to try and work his way back through 5 cars. And especially because there's not a lot of laps to do it in. I mean, he's got the car very much capable of moving through the field, but this is not going to be easy here. And because say the way the 17 was moving, I think he may think he has a tire going flat. Which, if that is the case, that is not going to be good. If Elliott has a tire going flat, that is going to be massive here. He stays on the racetrack, which means I think he thinks he can at least nurse at home. Which nursing at home means he's going to be babying it and not going to be pushing as hard as he would otherwise. So that's unfortunate. Ooh. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Here comes Alfredo to the bottom of the racetrack. Anthony Alfredo in the. Actually, yeah, that is Alfredo in the 42, making a move to the inside. Gonna try and see if he can jump a spot or two. But as of right now, yeah, this one. And oh, caution flies. Come on. Are you kidding me? It's a Mustang, so it's one of our 5 Mustangs in the field here. Let's see, which one is it? Is it Kyle Sieg? It is Kyle Sieg. That is. So Kyle Sieg brings out yet another caution. Will break the 40 mark on number of caution laps, almost certainly. Yay. Oh, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Why is Chase Elliott in 8th? On the last restart, the 7 of Allgaier drove it in deep, got loose, and wiped himself and Elliott out of the racing group to the outside of 3. Yeah, to the outside of 3 wide there. So Elliott lost a bunch of spots, and Allgaier lost even more, which was certainly unfortunate there. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here, though. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Again, we're currently under caution flag for the 10th time today. 10 cautions in 90 laps. We're having a caution on average of every 9 laps, which is, again, insane because we're averaging about 4 to 5 laps per caution period, which is actually, again, pretty good. But the fact that we're at nearly, we're going to be closing in on 40% of the race being run under the caution flag is insanity. So yeah, right now we're just chilling out though. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Just saw we jumped up in viewership a little bit, so welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Let me know who you guys think is going to win either this race, or let us know your thoughts for tomorrow's races. We're going to be doing the Cup race too, so. Sorry, I think maybe we need 2 chair cushions because this one's kind of getting flat from me sitting on it for a couple of different ones. So if I can get that one to break, and actually, no, I'll just go grab another pillow from the real quick to sit on for a minute. But yeah. So we'll hopefully upgrade the chair situation in a later stream. Oh, and they are coming back from commercial break. Okay, Xfinity Series record 10th caution. Oh, yikes. Alright, well, looks like this is all we got for a pillow, because there's no other ones out on the couch here. So we'll make it do. We'll make do for the rest of the stream at least. We'll hopefully upgrade something for Cup Race tomorrow, because Cup Race is going to be a long one. But yeah, here we go. There we go. Why did you not go to Wiscasset? One, it would have been an hour drive, which after getting out of work, I wouldn't have gotten there till like 3:30, 4 o'clock at the earliest. And again, I'm still not feeling 100% yet from after getting only like 4 hours of sleep at most last night. Did not want to necessarily be driving, and certainly didn't want to have to drive home after another day out at the track with that little sleep. That was kind of the biggest thing. Not to mention, I was expecting this to be a better race than it has been, because well, it hasn't been a terrible race. The fact that we've had 40 laps of caution flag running has definitely been a little surprising. But yeah, the biggest thing was just not really being 100%, and again, specifically for an hour-long drive. Here we go. They're going to double up, get ready to go racing. We should be going green with 6 laps to go. 6 laps to go will be the green flag. There we go. There's Dale Jr. up on the box here for, which that still feels like a weird one that Dale Jr. stepped in himself to crew chief this car. Like, was there not somebody more qualified? I mean, granted, again, I know he does a lot for his team, but man, it feels like he has to have somebody hired to be the backup crew chief if that's their plan going forward for other suspensions. If other crew chiefs get suspended, are we going to have Dale Jr. crew chiefing again? If so, that starts to become a pretty important factor there. Alright, so there we go. Doubled up, ready to go back racing. We've got Eckes and Love on the front row. Zilich and Sammy Smith, row 2. Row 3, we got Mayer and Ryan Sieg. So Chase Elliott's going to have to come from deep in the field today to try and make this comeback win. That hurt. Yeah, again, we're just chilling out here. So here we go. Green, green, green. Green flag's out. We are back to racing. And let's see. Can the outside line get the jump that we've seen in the last couple of starts? Into the back bumper of the 2. The 2 not quite able to clear, but here we go. Everybody jumping out of the bottom line, trying to reestablish kind of who the bottom line is versus who's kind of just the oddball stuck in the middle. Or oddball stuck in the middle. Because there's always that 1 or 2 drivers that either end up stuck on the very bottom or in the very middle that end up getting absolutely dropped like an absolute rock, whether that's middle of 3 wide or on the bottom of 3 wide around this track. There we go. Again, 6 laps to go here. Zilich made his way up to second here. Alright, so here we go again. They're working their way through this one pretty effectively here. Alright, so there we go. 5 laps to go. 5 more times around. Let's see. Can we? So 41 looks like it's going to be the mark to beat for the laps under caution. Hopefully, the Cup race tomorrow doesn't beat that. Although, honestly, 40 laps for the Cup Series here would be actually not terrible for fuel mileage. All right, so here we go. Jesse Love versus Zilich. They're making a pretty good run here. And it seems like every time. Why can we not just have this be in the middle of the screen? There we go. I don't know if we even get another caution flag, so we'll just leave that there for now. But yeah, we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time, but yeah, we're on the verge of falling asleep any minute, so I'm definitely going to be taking a good nap after this race. But so far, Zilich has made his way up to the front. He could win his first oval race. That would be big. There we go. All right, here we go. 3 laps to go. 3 more times around. Again, Zilich is doing really well here. The 16 and the 2, if they get to fighting with each other, though, that'll make it even easier for Zilich to try and pull away from the field. And again, if Zilich can get the ground between him and the 2 up a bit, that makes that one a lot harder to handle. All right, here we go. Again, Connor Zilich and Brandon Jones are your 2-stage winners today, and it looks like it's looking likely that it'll be Zilich winning this race. And Elliott takes 10th spot in line, but yeah. All right, so there we go. Chilling out. 2 laps to go. Will we come into the white flag next time by? Again, Zilich has been just on a roll today. He's done everything he's been looking for. All right, so here we go. 2 laps to go. Currently on the All right, come on. 1 lap to go. 1 more time around here. Last chance. It's Love and it's Zilich. White flag is in the air. Next flag ends it. So next flag ends it here. We got the the 2 car in hot pursuit here, trying to get this one. All right, so here we go. Final lap. Working our way through this one. Again, so far Zilich doesn't look like he's gonna be touched here. Going off of turn 2, 1 corner left for Love to try and catch Zilich. Into turn 3, so you avoid pulling a Larson. It looks like It looks like Zilich will avoid pulling a Larson here. There we go. Let's see. Man, there we go. Zilich able to hold on for the win. Again, I apologize for low energy, but yeah, I just don't have the energy in me today. Jesse Love second. Eckes is going to be third. Fourth, Elliott. Fifth, Ryan Sieg. So Ryan Sieg with a pretty good day here. As per usual, we'll go through the full finishing order, but yeah, again, I'm tired. So Carson Kvapil 6th. 7th is where we find Sam Mayer. 8th, Sammy Smith. 9th is where we'll find Taylor Gray. And rounding out your top 10, Justin Allgaier fights his way all the way back up to 10th. Jeb Burton goes 11th. 12th is where we'll find Jeremy Clements. 13th, Anthony Alfredo. 14th, Harrison Burton. And rounding out your top 15 will be Josh Williams, driving car number 11. Brendan Poole coming home in the 16th position. 17th will be Dean Thompson. 18th will be Brandon Jones. 19th, Matt DiBenedetto. In 19th. Let's go. Mason Massey will round out your top 20. William Sawalich. If he is still in that car, if he gets another deal beyond this one, I think I really do think he and Corey Heim need to swap next year, if not sooner. Sawalich take over the full-time truck program, and Corey Heim start developing the Xfinity Series. And we got Parker Retzloff in 22nd, Josh Bilicki 23rd, Leland Honeyman Jr. coming home 24th, 25th for Kyle Sieg, 26th for Garrett Smithley, Logan Bearden coming home 27th, 28th for Nick Sanchez, 29th for Blaine Perkins, Patrick Emmerling will round out your top 30, Daniel Dye 31st, Ryan Ellis 32nd, that ends your lead lap finishers, Dawson Cram coming home one lap off the pace in 33rd, Carson Ware 34th, coming home 2 laps off the pace, Austin Hill finishes 5 laps shy of the checkered flag, Sheldon Creed in 36th was out after only 88 laps completed. Chris Wright and Justin Borsignon both also failed to finish the race, finishing in 37th and 38th spots respectively. But as I said, I am tired. I'm going to go take a nap, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the NASCAR Cup Series race. Look for the stream to be live probably about 15 minutes before the scheduled start time, so about 1:45 is when we will be expecting to go live for tomorrow's NASCAR Cup Series race. But hopefully you guys all enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy this one, feel free to go check out my short. It was a highlight from the dirt track. We'll have more of those coming in the next couple of days. But until next time, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next video. Live stream, whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of your night. Have a great night, everybody, and goodbye!